Thank you for visiting the Combs Waterkotte website and our Gun Charges Lawyer St. Louis's website page. We have created this audio version of our website page to help you protect your future, freedom, and reputation. If you have been charged with a gun charge in the state of Missouri, we can help you. Don't face the state and court system alone during your gun or firearm charge. Contact one of our criminal defense lawyers today at 314-900-HELP to protect your rights and future. Regardless of the crime, we believe everyone is entitled to the best possible legal defense in the state of Missouri. Combs Waterkotte is committed to handling all gun and firearm cases with care and understanding. We are not here to judge. We believe that everyone in Missouri, regardless of the crime they have been charged with, deserves an aggressive legal defense and to have their legal rights protected. With that being said, let's talk about being charged with gun and firearm charges in the state of Missouri. Gun Charges Lawyer in St. Louis, protecting your freedom. Combs Waterkotte is the leading criminal defense and DUI firm serving St. Louis and the entire state of Missouri. Our criminal defense attorneys will fight for your freedom, your rights, and will not give up until you get fair justice. Our exceptional record and over 360 reviews speaks for itself. Gun Charges Lawyer in St. Louis. While the state of Missouri is largely pro-firearm, with regulations relating to matters like concealed carry being loosened in recent years, its state laws against illegal weapons are some of the harshest around. In addition, the definition of illegal weapon is not just limited to firearms. Knives, explosives, and even pellet guns are included in these laws. If you have a felony conviction on your record, not only can you not legally possess a firearm, but if you are caught with one, you could also face federal charges, with the lengthy sentences to match. Combs Waterkotte has helped many people from St. Louis and across Missouri who have been accused of gun charges. Our firm works closely with our clients to build a defense strategy tailor-made for their individual cases. Punishments for Missouri gun charges vary widely. Additionally, certain crimes, like assault and battery, carry stiffer penalties if they allegedly occurred when you had a gun on your person. Being in possession of a firearm while also having an illegal drug, with the exception of small quantities of cannabis, is a Class E felony punishable by up to 4 years in state prison. Furthermore, if you have been convicted of a number of other crimes, owning a firearm is a federal weapons offense. These restrictions apply to those who were dishonorably discharged from the military, anyone convicted of misdemeanor domestic assault, anyone currently subject to an order of protection related to a domestic dispute, and anyone under the age of 18. As your Missouri gun charge lawyer, we will work to have your charges reduced or not completely dismissed. If the evidence is stacked against you, we can negotiate with prosecutors to reach a plea bargain that significantly reduces the punishment for the offense and avoids jail time. The Combs Waterkotte gun charge lawyers in St. Louis are at their best in the courtroom. We are not afraid to take your case to trial in search of a not guilty verdict. Our goal is total client satisfaction, and to that end, our attorneys will always be available for you to answer all questions you may have about your St. Louis or Missouri gun charges case. Feel free to contact us online for a confidential review of the specifics of your case. How a gun charge lawyer in Missouri can help. If you've been charged with a gun crime in St. Louis or elsewhere in Missouri, it's vitally important to do 2 things: remain calm and remember your rights. Then, stick to your Miranda rights. You have a right to remain silent and a right to an attorney. Seek out an attorney as soon as possible. What a Combs Waterkotte gun charges lawyer does. Listen to your side of the story. Conduct a full investigation into the circumstances surrounding the allegations and into law enforcement's own investigation. Make sure your Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment, or Sixth Amendment rights were not violated. Work with you to develop a legal strategy that best protects your freedom and future. What happens when you don't choose a Combs Waterkotte gun? Charges lawyer. Run the risk of your version of events not being heard or not being applied. Take your chances with another firm's investigatory tactics. Run the risk of your Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment, and Sixth Amendment rights being violated with no discourse. Roll the dice with a possible one-size-fits-all type of legal strategy. What are Missouri's gun laws? The state has long been considered to have a permissive view regarding the Second Amendment, and over the past few years, Missouri lawmakers have expanded the right to bear arms to make Missouri one of America's most gun-friendly states. The state no longer requires a license or advanced training to carry a firearm, under a principle known as constitutional carry, although concealed carry permits are still issued. Missouri law also incorporates the castle doctrine, which eliminates the duty to retreat when someone is inside their own home. Where is it illegal to carry a gun in St. Louis and Missouri? Missouri also places few limitations on where guns cannot be carried. Missouri Revised Statute, Section 571.107 defines this list, which includes any police, sheriff, or highway patrol office station, without the permission of the chief officer in charge. Within 25 feet of any polling place on Election Day. Any adult or juvenile detention or correctional institution, prison or jail. Courthouses or court offices. Any meeting of a government body. Any licensed alcohol vendor. Airports, past security checkpoints. Schools, colleges, and universities. Parts of a building used as a child care facility. Any riverboat gambling operation accessible by the public. Gated areas of an amusement park. Any private property whose owner has placed notices that the premises is off-limits for firearms. Sports arenas or stadiums with a capacity of 5,000 or more. Hospitals. Types of gun violations and charges in St. Louis and Missouri. While Missouri laws regarding guns may seem permissive to the outsider, certain uses of them are still illegal. Under Revised Statutes of Missouri, Section 571.030, these include setting a spring gun, discharging or shooting into a dwelling, house, railroad train, boat, aircraft, motor vehicle, or any other building or structure where people gather, brandishing or waving a gun in a threatening manner. While intoxicated, negligently handling or using a gun, or discharging a gun while not in self-defense. Discharging a firearm within 100 yards of a school, courthouse, or church. Discharging a firearm on, along, or across a public highway. Carrying a firearm into a place of worship, into an election precinct on Election Day, or any building operated by a government agency. Shooting into or out of a motor vehicle. Shooting at any person, motor vehicle, or building while not acting in self-defense. Carries a firearm into a school, onto a school bus, or any activity sponsored by a school. Defacing a firearm, removing or concealing a serial number. Possessing a gun in Missouri as a felon. If someone in Missouri has been convicted of a felony, regardless of whether they have entirely completed their sentence, they are barred for life from carrying a firearm unless it is strictly for hunting purposes. The penalty for this is a Class D felony, which carries a sentence ranging from 1 year in county jail to up to 7 years in Missouri State Prison. If you were convicted of a dangerous felony, as defined under Revised Statutes of Missouri, Section 556.061, you can be charged with a Class C felony. According to RSMO Section 571.01, it is not illegal to possess an antique firearm. Contact an experienced St. Louis, Missouri gun charge lawyer. Between federal and state charges and the ever-changing nature of Missouri's gun laws, if you are facing gun charges in St. Louis, contacting a reputable St. Louis gun crimes attorney is your best bet. Combs Waterkotte has worked with all sorts of St. Louis area and other Missouri residents who have been accused of violating state and federal firearms laws. Our firm will work tirelessly to get you the best outcome for your case, whether it is a plea deal, a winning trial strategy, or outright dismissal of your charges.